Hey there, welcome back to Road to Data Engineer. This is going to be episode 22. So in the last episode, we finished up the terminal course on boot.dev, and then off camera, I briefly did some configuration with my PowerShell, just some simple stuff. But this episode, we're going to get back into the BJJ Absolute Class project, my side project, and we're going to pick up where we left off. So I have our example results page here. Probably should just go ahead and open the source. And last time we were working on the project, essentially where we left off was we have our main scraper that scrapes the URLs from the main results directory page. And then we have our pre-2012 scraper, which successfully scraped all the pages that are in the older HTML format. And then we started working on the post-2012 scraper, which is scraping the pages in the new format, and we were hitting some issues. So let's just kind of figure out kind of where we left off. Oh, that's weird. So let's see here. So if we get back into our Python, we have our initial web page that we're just testing with, which is this one here. So Worlds 2023. We're connecting to the page. We're getting the HTML with our beautiful soup. We're splitting into the athletes results. Split out athlete results. Let's just kind of dive in here. Div class column athlete. Yep, so we're just grabbing this page, this half of the page here. That makes sense. And then we're getting all our categories. Find all H4 class subtitle. So H4 subtitle. Then we set up our headers, empty list. Then we said scrape through each H4 object. Grab the contents. And it looks like contents were like in that weird multi-format. So maybe need to possibly understand how do beautiful soup.contents work. That might be an area to explore a little more. And then we're splitting the string by the / into a smaller list. And then I'm stripping white space and storing there. So let's just go ahead and comment out my other code real quick. Run this code, print headers, and just make sure it's working correctly. Control Y. Yep. Yep. So that looks right. So that's good. Okay. So our headers work correctly. So then we left off with trying to get our actual results themselves. And why does the page keep doing that? So just trying to open that back up again. Athlete list. So let's actually grab, so they're all in these list classes, right? And then in these individual athlete item classes. So, I mean, in theory, I probably want to get one list object at a time. So let's find an example. Style color. Okay, so this would be like an example here. Class name. Let's open this in Notepad++. Oh, actually, do I really not have Notepad++ on my personal PC? That's craziness, man. Okay, well, I'm gonna download that real quick. Auto update triggered. I guess I'm just gonna grab the most recent version. Sure. Yep, English. Yep, Notepad++. Okay, finish. Here we go. Great, okay. So let's paste in my code here. I mean, wonder if I can actually make some type of like HTML file. New text file, select a language, HTML. Okay, so maybe I actually want to use VS Code to kind of play with this. Div class. Interesting. Okay. Maybe I don't want to use Notepad++. Maybe I just downloaded that for no reason. I mean, I don't know. Notepad++ is not the worst program to have on my PC. So, okay. So, let's just go to the place on the web page. Female, juvenile, blue, heavy. Just so you can kind of see the results on the page in contrast to the HTML. Okay, here we go. 152, Helena Cravar, Anna Louisa, etc. Let's see. Div class name. Span. Interesting. So I mean, I feel like I really want to access one list at a time. Let me actually grab the next section, the super heavy. And add it in here as well. Class. Something like that, right? Yeah. And let's kind of collapse out the subtitle here. Interesting. Athlete item, position athlete. Weird. So they have these like empty string things, the style color things. And then I want to say div. So I would basically think like I want to get all the list objects, right? Splitting out div tags that contain lists. These tags contain the table-like objects that include placing athlete name, athlete academy. Okay, that makes sense. So we're gonna find all div class list. So let's just print the first object in the results table. Results tables 0. Let's see what we get. Just gonna open this a second time real quick. So here we go. Div class list, div class athlete item, position athlete, style, div class name, Max Echgoyen, athlete academy, div P. So what was I trying to do before? Position athlete. An athlete item. I'm curious what the athlete item contains. Athlete items. So here I was getting the athlete items first. I don't really think I need to do that though. What if I say, find me the position athlete? Find me the class name? Well, I think what I was thinking was like, get me the athlete item, and then I'll just go through those individual elements of that one. So let's see if that kind of makes sense. Get athlete item tag first. this, yep. And test tag equals test tag dot find all div class equals athlete item. Print test tag 0. And I really should just get my first. Yep. Now if I do test tag 1, I should get second place, Josiah Connell. Yep, and if I do index 2, I should get some type of error. Yep, okay. So that makes sense. So get all the athlete items. Okay, so really I want to say like item, get athlete item tag first, right? Now I need to see, can I loop through each like object in the athlete item for X and test tag print X print line, just so I can see the print statement. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Like, so when we get each athlete item, that makes sense. So here we found all the athlete items. Then we started saying loop through each one. Okay. Get athlete item tags. Then we want to loop through each athlete item tag individually. Am I thinking about this right? Div class. Maybe. So let me get out Paint to kind of help visualize this a little bit here. So we have our two kind of separate results here. And then we have our sub results, our kind of our placings in here. So you have our list. Yes. Okay. Okay, so we have our list. List 1. Let's not make the size so obnoxious. We'll make it like 20 or something. Maybe a little smaller. And then list 2. So something like that. So I basically want to say get all lists. Right? Get all lists. My paint skills clearly need work. Get all list. Okay. Then I want to say loop through lists. Loop through list 1, accessing 1 at a time. Basically, that's what I want to do, right? So now we have our list object, our individual list. Our accessed list, essentially, right? And it still has our little results in them, right? Okay, so that makes sense. So we're in the list. Now we want to loop through every athlete item in the list. Athlete item 1. For example. Athlete item 2. Athlete item 3. Okay. So we want to get all the list, loop through the list, accessing 1 at a time. And then I want to say get all the athlete items from the access list. Basically, that's what I want to do, right? Right. And then I want to say, like, loop through items, accessing one at a time. That's pretty much what I want to do next. Right. Makes sense. So now we have athlete item 1. Okay. So we got our list. Then we're saying grab our athlete items. Now go through them one at a time. One at a time. Get div class position athlete, div class name, and span element. Add to list. Get div class name, or get div class position athlete, get div class name, get span academy. Add all 3 to sublist. Or add all 3. Append all 3 to sublist. Something like that. So this is kind of the flow. So let's see if we can do this flow without actually writing the loops yet. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get all our list built. So get all list. Access first list. Access first list. List 1 equals results table 0. Let's print it. Okay. That's what I expected. Okay. Now, so we've accessed the list. Now let's get all the athlete items from the access list through athlete items accessing one at a time. So here, so I want to get all my athlete items. Access first list. get all athlete items. Athlete items equals list one, find all div class athlete item. Div class athlete item. So like for this first one, we should get all the items. Yeah, 1, 2. Get all athletes, access first list. Okay. Access first athlete item. Access first athlete item. So I'm just going to call this item 1, or ath item 1 equals athlete items index 0, and we're going to print it. And we should get just this here. Okay. Yep. Div athlete item, position athlete. So now that I have the item, I really just want to pick out my individual elements. Pick out my individual results elements. Placing athlete name, school name, right? So let's just say name. Or let's just get the placing, right? For starters, get placing. So placing equals ath item 1 dot find all div class equals position athlete print place. I think I'm going to get maybe placing dot string. No attribute string. Let me look at my beautiful soup notes. Let's go to the beautiful soup documentation. Dot string. Dot contents maybe. Interesting. How do I access the text in there? And I'm sure contents doesn't work here. Maybe I need to do find. Interesting. Print line. It's acting like placings. Ah, interesting. Placing's its own kind of list. That's kind of weird. Huh. Very strange. Something about, I think, this formatting code is making it like that. Can I access it like a list? Oh, well, get placing. And I want to strip my white space. Print test.strip. Boom. Okay. So get placing. get placing list like object, get placing, access its contents where access the contents where the placing number is held. Strip white space. Placing that strip. Print placing. Is that going to work? Placing that contents. Can I do this? I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. I feel like I cannot do that. Okay, I'm kind of not that surprised. So print placing. Okay, so that's working. Okay, so there we go. Now we need to get athlete name and school. So find div class name. Get div class name that contains both athlete and school name. Name equals ath item 1 find div class equals name. Is that right? Okay, yep. Let's see how it returns. Let's print the contents. Interesting. So what one? Honestly, maybe I don't even need to do the div class name. I just need to get the P element. Yeah. Get P element slash tag that contains both athlete and school name. One. Two, three. For x in name dot contents print x. Print y. So 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we access the contents like a list, what we get. P element. So P tag. Pull out athlete name from P tag and strip of white space. Name equals athname dot strip print path. Get span tag out of P tag that contains academy name. Academy name equals P tag dot find span print academy name. Print academy name. So my athlete name is right there. That's good. Academy name dot contents maybe, because I'm assuming that's again going to be. Oh, interesting. Maybe I can do dot string. I'm gonna guess no though. Oh, I can. Dot string dot strip maybe. I might be able to chain them. Nice. Get span tag, get academy name string and trim of white space. Append all 3 items to sublist. So sublist placing name, academy name. I'm not sure if I can append all three things at once, but I hope so. Print sublist. Oh, it takes one argument. Can I wonder if I can add, surely I can add multiple items to a list all at once, right? Add list items. Maybe not. Strip white space. Declare sublist. Declare sublist to store record in. Something like that. So like here, when I do this, I can actually say, instead of say placing equals placing dot strip, I can actually just do sublist dot append placing dot strip. And then here again I can do sublist dot append path name dot strip. And then here I can do sublist dot append. And then I can print my sublist. Nice. Okay. So that all makes sense. Okay, let's kind of start cleaning up the comments and then start trying to declare sublist to store individual record in. Access the contents where the placing number is held. Get div tag that contains placing. Strip white space and add placing to sublist. And add placing string to sublist. Get p tag that contains both athlete and school name. Pull out athlete name from p tag. Strip white space and add athlete name to sublist. Get span tag out of p tag. That contains out of p tag. That contains academy name. Get academy name string. Strip white space and add to sublist. Now we have a full record. So add it to our main list. I want to go back. String split. For X and categories. Headers dot append. Continue. New cat X string split. Headers dot append. Results table. While X is less than length of headers. The elements. Headers X. New row, new header, headers X. For header and new header. Some strings have header.strip individual results. I actually want to look at how I did the headers for the older web pages really quickly. Let's just grab one of the old pages. URL equals and this we can just shift tab and we can print headers. Yes, because we stored them as individual results. That's what I thought. And I think in our new scraper, we didn't do that. print headers. I feel like that's not what I want, though. Headers dot append. Ooh. I think what I was trying to do was trim the white space in headers. But I could also just say for X and contents, I could do a sublist again here. I could say, what if I did this? I said, declaring sublist equals this for X and contents, sublist dot append X dot strip, declaring sublist, looping through each stripping each string of white space and adding to sublist. Appending sublist to headers. Appending cleaned category to headers list. Headers dot append sublist. There we go. That's what I want. Nice. Perfect. Okay. Splitting out div tags that contain lists. These list tags contain the table-like objects that include placing athlete name, athlete academy. They have children div tags with class athlete academy. One for each competitor result. Athlete item div tags contain 2 children div tags. Class position athlete. Class name contains 2 elements. Athlete name, academy name. Getting all list tags. accessing list tags, looping through each list tag. For results tables, lists, list tags. For tag in list tags. Okay. List tag. Accessing each list tag. Get all athlete items. Getting athlete item tags. Athlete items equals list tag. List t. List t dot find all div class equals athlete item. Accessing each athlete item tag. For item in athlete items. Picking out my individual results elements from the athlete item tag. Placing athlete name, school name. Declaring sublist to store individual result record in before appending I need to look at my old one. I like this syntax a little better. That would be results.append sublist down here. Okay. Now here, wipe sublist. And then clear sublist. Append sublist variable to results list, then clear sublist. Accessing each item tag. Getting div get div tag that contains placing. Access the contents where the placing number is held. Strip white space and add placing to sublist. Get a p tag that contains both the athlete and the school name. Well, athlete name from p tag. My code's probably a little over commented, but that's fine. We'll clean that up later. Athlete. Sublist append athname.strip. Get span. I think that all makes sense. Let's see if it works, I guess. That's a big loop. I hope it works. That looks like it works to me, man. The only thing that I'm wondering here is I almost want like this to be its own list object. So I'm glad to see that the code is working now. Let's go back to our old scraper and see how did we deal with this. So we accessed our results at the same position we were accessing our headers list. But a result will always include 3 elements. So I'm accessing the first 3 elements. Of the results split list, adding them to my new row, and then taking them out of the result split list until the result list split has nothing in it. So while length is not 0, new row, new header, accessing the same position for header and new. Individual result split 0 through 3. We're appending that, and we reappended our header, df.location. Length of df equals new row, delete result split. So I think here the way I did the results was slightly different. Let's see. Pretty sure though. Let's just test it real quick. I think I had it more like a matrix where this would have been one list. Let's see. Oh, I see. Print results. So I really just need to change where I'm appending. So I always want to append So right now I'm appending one athlete at a time, and I want to append a whole list table at a time. So I think I just need to bump this back a little bit. For item. So we're picking them out. And appending them all to my sub list. I think I just need to bump it back here, actually. Did that work? Pretty sure. Let's check a couple results. Print results. We're gonna check the first, or the second and third. Do I have some line? Oh, I do. There we go. So it looks like it's working. Kaika to Connor. Yep. And then Guy to King Victorious. Jihad Hall. That's crazy. What a name, man. I wish my name was King. I gotta screenshot that and send that to a friend, actually. That's crazy, man. Well, yellow might be a little hard to see. Okay, so that worked. Getting athlete item tags. How did I write my comments? I mean, I think we are looking really good right now. I think I can get rid of this stuff. So let's just print header 0, print results 0. Let's print a line return. I think that's a line return. And print headers 2 and results 2. Index 1, but item 2. Yeah. Let's look at the line return. Line return /r. The new line character is represented by backslash n. That's my problem. I'm using a forward slash. Interesting. Okay, there we go. Juvenile 1 male blue rooster, Max, Josiah. And then male juvenile blue white feather. Kaika. Yep, okay, dope. So that section is working. So now we just gotta write out the logic that starts pairing them together. And because I structured it the same, I mean, I should be able to really just copy paste the code from the first one. Let's clean up the comments real quick. Splitting out div tags that contain lists. These list tags contain the table-like objects that include placing, athlete name, athlete academy. They have children div tags with class athlete item, one for each competitor result. Athlete item div tags contain two children div tags. Class position athlete contains placing two. Class name contains two elements, athlete name and academy name. Name and academy name, which are stored under P and span tags. P and span children tags. The clearing list that is used to store one set of placing athlete names, academy names, and academy names before being placed in the results list. Placings, athlete names, academy names. Placings. Getting all list tags. Loop through each. Loop through. Getting all list tags. Loop through each list tag. Well, pull out athlete item tags. Loop through each athlete item tag. Loop through each athlete item tag, taking out my individual results elements from the tag. Placing athlete name, school name. Get div tag. Get tag that contains placing. Access the contents where the placing number is held. Strip white space. Clean string and add to sublist. And add to sublist. Strip white space and add to sublist. Get p tag. That contains both athlete and school name. Pull out athlete name from p tag. Access. From strip white space and add name to sublist. Add to sublist. Get span tag out of p tag. Out of p tag. Out of the p tag. Get the span tag. Containing academy name. Get academy name string, strip white space, and add to sublist. Nice. Okay, so the code is looking pretty clean. We should just literally be able to copy paste this. You know, I actually might be able to pare this down into I wonder, can I literally just run this code on top of it? On top of it. Now that everything's like pretty much formatted the same. Print df.head. Do I have pandas in here already? No, I don't. I just need to import pandas. Pandas as PD. List of index out of range. Interesting. You know, my variable names might be different actually though. So I probably need to look at that. I also need to take the space out. Headers and results. Okay, let's try again. I'm kind of surprised that it's not working. be a lot of things. Let's see if it works up here. Oh shit. It does work. Interesting. Interesting. So what point in the code did it not work? Maybe, might be down here. My guess is it has something to do with the title or whatever. Age, belt, gender. What? Very surprised. Adults. Let's try again. Oh. I'm wondering which filter is doing this. Let's see. The first one, interesting. I wonder dot belt dot string contains equals false. If I do just like access the data frame, access the belt column where it equals black. What about this? Weird. Ooh. I know what it is. Age. Ooh, okay. So belt and gender are slightly different. I wonder if that has to do with the way I wrote my list. how much code do I want to reuse? Because what's happening here is my belt column is the second column in the older HTML format, but in this file, belt is actually the third. So if I do gender equals black, it's going to work. Yep. Okay. Let me look at the web page themselves. So it used to be age, belt, gender, and then it became gender, age, belt. It used to be age first, then belt and gender. Yeah, it's kind of crummy. But I mean, I could literally just reorder the data frame. Declaring empty data frame to be filled with scraped data. That's so weird. Is it something about my loop? Male. Male, juvenile. So gender, age, belt. Age, belt, gender. Oh, no, the page is just literally different. Okay. Sorry, I got confused there. So if I do, let me just take this line and say, I could reorder the sublist to, let me look at the web page again. Let me take a picture so I can just see them by each other. So it used to be, I like really need to swap the order a lot, which I mean I could do. But it seems kind of bad. it seems like it makes way more sense to just reorder the final data frame. Honestly. Okay, I think I'm going to go with an approach where I reorder the final data frame. Okay, so we want to do okay, let's see here. Age. Yeah, something about the loop is weird too. But anyways, here we go. So we have age, gender, age, gender, belt, weight, class, placing, competitor name, academy name. Here we go. Yep. Now let's see. Nice, nice. I think this last piece is going to be incorrect, or not quite right. Yeah, something about the year is not quite right. The tournament worked pretty much. Let's look at the page. Body, container, title. Okay. So it has everything we need. So let's just comment this out for now and see what we're working with in terms of the title. Title. We're gonna do soup.title.string. Oh, interesting. class title. We're going to say title equals soup.find class equals title, or yeah. Oh, there's two title elements. That's why. Div h2 title. Div class equals title. Titles print or for title and titles print title. What? Oh, the div is h2. For xn titles, print x. Now I wonder if I can just say, can I just do this maybe? I feel like that's a really good way to have my code break though. If like they ever change the spacing a little bit on any of the web pages. That works, but I don't want to do that. I think that's just, I think calling out the style here is just like asking for the scraper to break on a web page where the border padding is 2% instead of 1% or something like that. So I'm not going to do that. Getting title elements of the soup. Getting tags that contain getting h2 tags that contain the title and year of the tournament. Titles X. Getting H. Then accessing the element. Accessing of the list that contains getting h2 tag, getting h2 tags, then accessing the element of the list that contains the tournament title and year. happens if I split it? Will that work? Maybe. Oh. That's weird. Title not string. Title dot split. I should just access the string here, though. Year should be title -4 to -1, I think. I think that's how it should work. -4 to 0. Oh, I just say -4 semicolon, I think. Nice. And then a tournament will be the exact opposite. Equals title to -4. Print year, print tournament. Nice. Okay. Getting the title that contains both tournament name and year. We're just going to keep my code consistent. Year is always the last 4 characters of the title string. df here equals here. Yeah. Tournament name is always a title string until the fourth to last character. df tournament equals tournament. Print df. Adult male, black, weight, placing, Lucas dos Santos. Okay. Year 2023. World BJJ Jiu-Jitsu Championship. Yep. Nice. I think she's ready. I think she's ready. Does anything look weird? No. Female adult Gabriella, Anna Carlina, Amy Scott Campo, Melissa, and then let's go to male black rooster weight. Lucas dos Santos, Dalson, Carlos, Reuter. Nice. Nice. Okay. Let's just clean things up a little. Turning df. Legacy scrape. Let's do this. define, we'll just call this modern scrape. And then here we'll do import post 2012 results scraper as new scraper. Yeah. And then here, I'm actually going to say I pretty much want the same code, right? OS new scraper in scraper dot modern scrape. That's sick. Modern scrape. All right, let's see if it works. Oh, the pass statement is clearly not working. And something went wrong there too. How do I skip? Pass. Maybe I just need to comment it out. Okay. Not sure. What? Not Not sure what's happening. Oh, line 60. Something about this is freaking out. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, I did not mean to F12. Maybe I just need to comment them out one at a time or something. Something about my comment is not working there. Oh, I have no return. I need to return my data frame. Obviously. Return df. Silly me. Okay. Nice. Nice. This is sick. Let's watch the files grow, baby. Oh, it's naming it public results though. That's kind of awkward. Didn't think about that. It's just naming the files public results over and over. That's pretty awkward. I need to return. Can I return multiple things with the function? I don't know. Hopefully. Because I need to return I honestly need to return the year. A tournament name year. Calling a function, number of arguments, arbitrary, return. To let a function return a value, use the return statement. Okay, the pass statement. Positional only arguments. Oh, you know, I could just literally access the data frame. Keyword. Okay, that's pretty simple. How do I kill this terminal? I need to kill this. There we go. So when I come back tomorrow, access first row tournament and year columns. Concat them and set as file name. I mean, I should be able to do that pretty fast. Python Select only rows or columns, or both. df.location. Select rows. Select columns. What's the function name? Modern scrape. df equals modern scrape URL. And then I want to say like file equals df.location. Probably df.location row 1 tournament print file. Okay. Plus df.location 1 year. Yep. Now is there a row 0? I'm guessing there is. Now let's see what my other files were called. Because I don't know, it might make sense to do both like this. I think it kind of makes sense to do both result sets like this. Access row columns tournament and year df to set the file name. And column slash tournament year and tournament year. And columns tournament year do you have to set for that? Okay. That's fucking beautiful, man. That's so sick. We are out here scraping. That's awesome. Damn. I'm so happy. You don't even know how happy I am. This is awesome. This is so awesome. This is too cool. This is way too cool. Dang. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I need to start getting ready for bed. I already stayed up later than I originally planned. This is obviously a huge success. You know, it's possible there's a web page that's gonna break the new web scraper file. I don't know yet. I gotta scrape through all the pages first, but I'm gonna delete all these files. I'm gonna run the scraper for every page now and just see, does it bug out on anything? If it does, I'll let you know in the next episode. I'm also gonna push my code to Git. Assuming the scraper works. But yeah, this is really awesome. So we'll see. We might have to do some debugging in the next episode. Not sure yet. Gonna let the scraper run while I get ready for bed, and we'll find out. If we do, then the next episode will be debugging. But if it does work, the next episode I'll do some validation of the newer results to make sure they're looking correct. And assuming they are, then at that point, we'll probably switch gears again and get back to covering some Python topics. I want to start learning NumPy this month, and I also want to go through some regex stuff. I want to do some learning about how to set up VS Code and Spider better. I'm going to do more boot.dev stuff eventually as well. And I don't know, once we kind of do a little more Python learning, at that point, it'll be time to set up one of our databases and start connecting to the database using Python. And then figuring out how to send this data to the database, because I don't want to store it in CSVs indefinitely. Okay, well, this was awesome. We made huge progress today. I don't know, something about stepping away from the project and coming back and just coming back to the 2012 results scraper with a fresh set of eyes, just like in the way I map things out and everything, like really just made it pretty smooth sailing. And you know, a lot of my code I got to reuse, which is awesome. So yeah, I mean, this is sick. To anybody who watched, thanks so much, and I'll catch you in the next episode.